Hello, pals. Today I'm going to be following, like, behind the scenes, a makeup tutorial. I've been seeing so many people posting fun purple, like lavender and mint colored eyes. It's been all over my Instagram, and I really wanted to create one of them. And then today, this morning, Nikki_makeup, an amazing makeup artist on Instagram, posted her Sunday tutorial. She posts one every Sunday where she does a full talking through tutorial, and it was on this beautiful lavender makeup look that she had posted both on a model, and then she did it on Alex Steiner today. And I immediately put my phone down and I was like, I am going to film this. I have a lot of the products that she actually used in the makeup tutorial, and then some of them I'm just going to attempt using with some products that I have. For example, the actual lavender eyeshadow that she used from the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I have this Natasha Denona Tropic palette that has a color that I think looks very similar. So I'm going to try and recreate the look using that today. And I thought it would be fun. I'm going to try out some of her techniques as well and just have a fun little moment trying to recreate this look. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna get some lavender on our eyes. I got a bouquet of flowers from my favorite flower shop in Toronto. I'm trying to support local businesses during this time from brain fart. Wild North flowers, and some of the flowers are actually lavender back there. So I thought, cute. We're gonna be very, very matchy with our makeup today. I've also drank so much coffee already, and it's kind of giving me a little bit of a heart attack. So if I'm breathing really heavily through this, I do apologize. All right, let's start with the base. She did apply a full base and then went in with the makeup, so I'm just gonna follow suit for what she did. If you're watching this within the first like 15 hours of this video going live, it should still be there. Otherwise, I don't believe she saves her tutorials, so I'll try and link it below for you to watch if you want to see how she did it. But otherwise, let's play. Fresh. Okay, I wanted to show you the packaging because it's so cute. Fresh came out with new scents and like flavors of their sugar hydrating lip balms. You guys, how cute is this? This is the blood orange one. Oh, it smells so good. I need this to be a juice right now, like a blood orange tequila beverage. Oh my god, it smells so good. So I'm just gonna use that to hydrate my lips. It doesn't really have tint. Honestly, I thought maybe it would have more of a tint, but this is one of my favorite lip balm formulas. I have the caramel one that's actually sits in the office drawer, and I'm almost done it. You'll be seeing that in empties soon. But the blood orange, oh my god, they came out with so many new flavors. It smells so good. So she went through a whole process on her stories of like doing a hydrating mask and doing all these things that I didn't have. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use the most hydrating thing that I have, the Welleda Skin Food, the most thick, hydrating, lovely concoction. I was actually coughing last night, not because of corona, but I forgot to put my humidifier on last night, and I woke up in the middle of the night coughing, and I'm like, oh, and then I like ran to the kitchen and filled up my humidifier. I was like, wow, I'm so affected by the humidifier now. I'm so used to having it, and so I think because of that, my skin's actually feeling very extra dry. It's amazing how much of a difference the humidifier has made in my life now that I put it on every night. And anyway, I could really use this extra boost of hydration right now. Now for the primer, she actually used the new Laura Mercier Illuminating Primer, and I've had these sitting on my like to test section in the studio for quite some time, and I haven't used them yet, but I thought today was the perfect time. She just used the illuminating one. I'm gonna mix the illuminating and hydrating and kind of just put this around my face where I need it. So I'm gonna start with the illuminating primer, taking a little dollop of that, and I'm gonna, it smells good. I'm gonna press that in the center of my face, right around my mouth where I need that extra hydration, kind of down my cheeks where I get a little bit more dry and scaly. I also find it interesting that she uses a brush to apply all of these things, and her brushes look so lovely and soft, but I just always use my fingers for this. I'll try using a brush when we get to the foundation, but until then, I'm gonna use my hands. And then when she used the illuminating primer, she kind of just placed that around where you would like normally highlight with a highlighter. She placed it around the kind of edges and tippity tops of the face, so like the cheekbones, up on the forehead, and she was just dotting it around to illuminate the skin. And Alex Steiner's skin looked so glowy. Mine doesn't look quite so glowy just yet. Hopefully we'll get there. Okay, then she used the Dior Forever Skin Glow foundation. I have this one in the shade 2WO, and she applied this with a foundation brush, and so I've just pumped some on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna take my foundation brush and just blend that blend that in. It's a little bit deeper, but she also used quite a deeper shade for Alex Steiner, and then she used this crazy cool like spray body foundation for the neck, and I really wanted to try it. It was called the All Even spray, body makeup spray. It looked so cool. It's like, that's right up my alley. I'm always turning my face a little bit deeper than my actual skin tone on that day. And I do have a residual tan on, but it's starting to like totally peel off. And she's like, this works great for when you have a fading tan and you just need to make it look a little bit even. I'm like, cool, sold. I will be Googling that later to see if I can pick it up. But if any of you have tried it, the all even, do you like it? Let me know. Apparently it doesn't transfer, which is incredible. So with the concealer, she used the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer, and she actually applied it with an eyeshadow brush, which I thought was very interesting and seemed to use quite a small amount. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna take a little fluffy eyeshadow brush. This has never worked for me in the past, but I'm gonna start with such a small amount and use it with the eyeshadow brush like she did. And I don't know why it never works for me, but I'm gonna try it. And I think that starting with a smaller amount might help like lessen the chance of, you know, the product congealing less, you know? And I think that also, like, any models that she uses just have, like, the most perfect skin, too. Like, there's no blemishes or discoloration to even cover up, or none that show up in the screen anyway. So I think that definitely helps. Like, even when I do this, when I use an eyeshadow brush, like, it always seems to create so much redness as I apply it. So maybe that's just my skin type, like being really sensitive to that abrasion, which is why like patting motions with my finger or a sponge tend to work better. Like even Katie Jane Hughes, when she applies concealer, she's always using a small little brush. And it looks fine. I just find I get such a more flawless finish when I'm using a sponge or a brush. I don't really know how they do it so successfully, but I think I'm just gonna pat over my finger for these blemishes. I was picking at my face earlier today. There was literally nothing. I absolutely created these spots on my face this morning. It honestly turned out okay. Not so bad. Maybe it's just, I'm just so not used to the eyeshadow movement when I'm applying concealer. So next she used a cream contour. I'm gonna use my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in a little brush and use that to warm up the face. Contour and to warm up the face, and she used a brush with that. So I'm using my Smith 157 brush as well. And just plotting that along to contour and bronze up the face. And then for highlight, I actually picked up this new Face Glow Cream Shimmer from Natasha Denona. This one is in the shade 2, Medium Beige. And I'm going to rub that onto my fingers from the stick. And this is the one thing she applied with her fingers. I'm just gonna take that and press this onto the high points of my cheeks for the highlight, a very subtle highlight. She didn't go in with any powder products. Like she used a little bit of setting powder, but she used all cream for the face and the base products. So I'm just gonna try and do that as well. It's not my favorite shimmer product, honestly. It's quite natural looking, but there's a lot of other cream shimmery highlighting products that do the same. Like it's pretty, but it's not like, I don't think it warrants the price or like picking up a new cream product for it. It's like, it's normal, it's pretty. There's just a lot of already existing cream highlights that are just as beautiful too. Now for the blush, she used a Max Factor, quite a bright pink blush, and she applied it with her fingers as well. I'm gonna take my Kyer Weiss Blossoming Cream blush, and even though I normally apply this with my e.l.f. small stipple brush, I'm gonna use my fingers to apply it and try and do how she did as well. She started in the center of the cheek and then blended it quite a bit upwards. This isn't as bright as the cream blush she used looked, but I think on the skin it gives a similar effect. Like the Max Factor blush she used was quite, like it wasn't too pigmented. It looked much more natural pink. Again, at least like from how I saw it through my phone once it was actually applied onto the cheeks. So blending that out, I'm going to take a little bit just across the nose as well for that more all over natural flushed look. Love that. I love this shade so much. I just went ahead and filled in my brows, did my brows the Nikki makeup way with soap, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. She used the NARS eyeshadow base, the tinted smudge proof eyeshadow base. I haven't used this in a very, very long time. I don't normally use eyeshadow primers. I normally just use my concealer, but I figured I'd shop my stash and play and try and use whatever I had that she was using in her little tutorial. So I'm just going to take a brush and blend that out. And I think that because this one is a little bit more pigmented, it's kind of bringing some light to the eyelid and evening it out a little bit. It's more like a concealing type of eyeshadow base. Like it has covering properties, if you will. It's evening out. What am I saying? So like I said before, I don't have the Jeffree Star palette that she used, but I do have this lavender shadow, which I'm hoping kind of looks a little bit similar. So I'm going to take a MAC 239 brush and just dip into that shade called Zena or Zena. And I'm just going to be starting at the lash line and building this product up. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop that video right here. Hello everyone from the editing room. I am pausing this video in editing time to discuss the disaster that follows in the video at this point. And I'm gonna let you know my thoughts and feelings on what is about to go down. Okay, let's just take a look and watch here. Alright, so I very innocently apply this, what I thought was a lavender eyeshadow, and I am packing it onto the lid as you would. Let's just fast forward here a little bit to when the eyeshadow's done. Okay. What is that? What? Look at how patchy that is. I don't understand. How did I not see this? Here's the thing. The studio lights are a little bit difficult for me. I'm blind, kind of, when I am in there, which is why I often don't blend things out, or I miss things, or, you know, I'll have a giant hair that I haven't plucked and then I see it later and as I'm editing. And this is like a 3-year-old in preschool took a watercolor paintbrush to my eyeball and then used a blow dryer. Then I don't stop and I continue to smudge. Oh, I'm just making it so much worse. I don't know how I didn't see how patchy it was. It's so tragic. And then if it wasn't worse on top, I then go and shove it inside my eyeball as well. Yeah, then I add a lip, and that's the look. And I even thought, maybe I'll take this in natural light. Maybe it'll be better. No, it's not. It is so patchy. I don't know if this speaks to my lack of talent as a makeup person or if it was just this eyeshadow, but either way, this look didn't turn out as I expected it, and I had high hopes for this, and here we are. This was the look I created. Got some cute little selfies out of it, and I'm gonna leave it at that. This was an attempt, and it was a failure. I don't know what happened here. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go buy that Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette and attempt this again, because this was a tragedy, and I'm sorry for wasting all of your time. I hope you enjoyed seeing me struggle through this, and, well, enjoy the finished look where I look like a giant bruise. Good night. We tried. Thanks for watching. Bye!